Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good afternoon, and welcome to a bit of Pillars of Eternity. I was about to say the White March then, but that's the DLC. No, today we're going to be just continuing in Gilded Vale. And you may be pleased to know as well that I actually have a bit more of an understanding of the gameplay mechanics. Well, I say that. Um, Truth be told, the answer is hire more party members. And that's what we're going to do. Bit of a recap. Our character has woken up from a rather rough sleep at the inn and has discovered that their nightmare was actually a hanged dwarf woman trying to get in touch with us, who knew very much of the subject of animancy, the science of the soul, and she's told us what we are. We're a watcher. We've also spent way too long trying to lay down the bones of the deceased who were trapped in the temple in the city, where the worshippers were left left behind, and not only just left there to worship, but also actually had the entrance collapsed on them, so they couldn't escape, and they died, and are now, and their souls as shadows exist. We've also just come across this place where I think it's Trumbull. Yeah, it's Trumbull who was told that if they don't give up the wheat, that some of the residents are going to kick the door in. And we're going to read the flavor text now. An elven man stands before you, his relatively stocky build suggesting a life of labour. His face is pale and drawn, and his eyes wide. Behind him, a younger man and woman exchange worried glances. The miller raises a club as you enter. He shakes violently his grip. Get back, if you value your life. Hold on, I'm not here to hurt anyone. The miller hesitates, then lowers the club in further action. Who are you? This swainer roping foreigners into his little crusade now? What was all the ruckus outside? Trumbull shakes his head. Where to begin? Swiners whipped them up into a froth, going on about the grain stores. Claims I've hidden away most of it. All I do with the grain is sell it. I can't create it out of thin air, and I can't hand it out for free. I pay the farmers for the crops they bring in. I sell what comes out of the mill. Most of it goes to the Black Hound on the west side of town for ale. And Swainer and his lot don't mind that part. You take a look at the fields on your way to town? The crop's blighted. And most of what I'm getting from the farmers, Trumbull gestures to the sacks in containers, it's gone off, rotted through. I can't pay top prices for blighted wheat, and I've barely got enough grain to go around. Swinner's howling after things he has no right to. Maybe I ought to have a talk with Swinner then. The miller always sighs with relief. I'd be grateful if you did. You won't listen to me anymore, but maybe you'll have better luck. Tell him we're all having a hard time of it. We'll all have to make some sacrifices. We'll be in your debt for it, if you can convince him. And that quest is against the grain.
Of course. I'll see what I can find.
Let's take some grain then. My father's a good man. He's always done right by the town. I'm sure father can explain better what has happened here. A rancid stench rises on this grain, it's mushy, mottled green.
Hello.
And more questions about this situation. Trumbull breathes a shrill laugh. What's to explain? It isn't very complicated. I can't pay top prices for blighted wheat, and I've barely got enough good grain to go around. Swan is howling over the things. It's not. He pauses. Look, Swain has always been a rotten bastard. With stores so limited, maybe I save some good stuff for the people who deserve it. Offra, for instance. She's expecting a child. Should I let her starve instead? The villagers know about the grain supply. Some. The innkeeper, for instance. It's better not to worry anyone. We'll be training supplies for soon enough. If we can just keep things calm till then, I'll be in the clear. Innkeeper? Wandering the ale is all I'm saying. Is there anything else?
Stranger.
No. So, the main strategy that people recommend, because Pillars of Eternity is quite a difficult game at the start, is basically hire more party members. That's it. Enemies don't scale, so that means like if you're level 10 and an enemy is level 10, when you go to level 11, they do not go to level 11. They stay at level 10. Scaling is where the enemies level up with you, usually to match your level, to try and keep the playing field fair, and like the challenge consistent. Let's have a look. It's where the rains, the stokes feel dry and stiff as locust husk. Yeah. So, yeah, the answer really is just hire more party members, level up a bit more. You used to have a lot more fortune until us come through. Lord Bradrick has had us chase them off. Appears as though there's few fortunes to tell here. Did you hear bells? Bad news, I think. Let's save up. But yeah, something else as well is, from what I remember, experience points are not individual. So when it said earlier that I got 66 experience points here, yeah, party gained it. So that means that does not mean that Rodney gets 66 experience points, and Aloth gets 66 experience, and Ida gets 66 experience points. No, it means we all get 22 each. It's divided amongst us evenly. Yeah. So the idea is that the fewer party members you have, the more XP individual characters get, and thus they level faster. And then when other people join your party, they come up to your level as well. So it's not a bad system. Also, I just remembered as well, when you reach out to souls, the ones with like the gold here, I think, are the ones that are made by backers. Let's have a look at Hugo. You see a room, bright, warm, and covered in greenery. There isn't a spot in the entire space that doesn't have some kind of plant growing in it. Small germinating seeds in a corner here, large sprawling vines climbing the walls there. Although most of the plants are actually in some kind of container, there are a few that are grown from the dirt floor itself. They are just as lovingly cared for as anything else in the room. This man wanders through the plants, smiling at each and every one, an old pipe clenched between his teeth. Stopping next to one, he touches a leaf, lifting it up to look at the underside, then gently rubs it between his fingers. He takes a small handful of the soil it grows in and crushes it with his fingers. Satisfied, he drops the soil back into the pot and continues the next plant. He hums a cheery tune as he moves among the plants, occasionally stopping to sing a few words of something to one of them. Finally, he reaches the door, having visited every plant in the room. He turns back to look at them, a serene look of pleasure on his face. He turns his back and is gone. I like that. Nice and simple. It doesn't have to be, I wrote my OC, here's my character's box story, aren't they cool? Oh, and they died this glorious death or whatever, no. It's like, no, just little things like that are nice. Ronin to Ronian. You see a group of people standing around a wagon transfixed on a sword as it swings at a large, graceful arc. This man holds the sword, passing it hand to hand with relaxed ease, making the blade dance in front of his audience. He tosses it into the air, spins, and puts his arm behind his back to catch it. The crowd claps excitedly, and a couple of them gasp, certain they're about to see tragedy. I like that. That's nice. That's cool. So yeah. So, my darling dearest was saying to me as she was watching this, like, this looks a lot like D&D, and I should just reiterate, like, what, like, this actually is. So, Pillars of Eternity was basically made as Obsidian's answer to Baldur's Gate. It's like Baldur's Gate, a very good game. But they wanted to make their own version of it. They wanted to try and improve on it as much as they could, removing some of the redundancies and trying to improve elsewhere. Oh, Black Hammer Smithery. Have a look. Yeah, he's likely to be in the end. I thought he might be. Yeah, we'll go back to the end. Yeah. So, the Baldur's Gate games and Icewind Dale, they actually looked a lot like this with this sort of camera angle, and made in the 90s, the graphics weren't as good as this. In fact, I remember like the old cobblestones is basically just a picture of coffee beans, just basically stretched out and just copied and pasted. That's how they did. That's how they did the roads. It was coffee beans. Here they are. So yeah, and that was like the way of making games at the time, because first-person games, like the Elder Scrolls, or how we see things, it was like you could only move in like 4 directions. You could move to the side, like that. You could move backwards, or you could move forwards. If you wanted to rotate the camera, it was literally a snap. You didn't like gradually rotate like that. It was like that, You just turn like that instantly, and the render distance, the distance you could see, was nowhere near as good as what it is in modern games. Don't know who you are, and don't much care. Keep walking. We're not here to chat with foreigners. Elf narrows his eyes. Careful. Looks like they come from the same cloth as those rowdies who attacked me. Wrinkles his nose. Smells like it too. I saw you outside the mill. What was that about? Well, someone fancies themselves a meddler, eh? What's that about? It's about Trumbull thinking he's the king of the town, on account that he's got a mill to his name. Dwarf jowls, quivers in rage. It's about him barely giving any of us the wheat we bring him, and then cutting our purses when we need to buy grain. It's about farmers going hungry while some bastard gets rich off his crops. That's what it's fucking about. Now show off. What if I buy you all around? Will you talk to me then? Swenar considers it briefly. He looks at the odds. Fair enough. You bring us something to wet our throats, and I might feel up to trading words. So I already have beer, but we could just buy some more.
How do you do?
My fellows, you're having me on. And more fighting, and I'll have to ban Swenar from the inn entirely. Until then, it's 6 copper for the lot. There you go. Right then. Yeah, 3 drinks for 3 fools. Let's take care of them. They're a hot-tempered bunch.
Well met, friend.
I brought these drinks. Hey, so you have. By the flame, I never thought I'd be so happy for a mug of the Black Hound shit beer. Gods, that's good. Alright then, you got my attention. What is it you got to say that's worth a round of drinks? Look, there's no sense in threatening the miller. You'll have him up against the wall. Maybe you could ask some of the villagers for help. Maybe you could tell me more about what's going on. Let's have a quick swing. It's like I said, the miller's in charge of the grain prices. He says they're fair, but I know for a fact that folks like Alfred pay out for what we do. And maybe we've been rough with him, but what are we supposed to do? We can't keep paying. We're going to starve. Do you think Trumbull's going to be sorry about it when we do? Maybe I could touch trouble for you. Ha! You think you've got through 'em when we haven't? The man's thick as a peat bog. I hear he got his soul read. Found his kin used to grow sonnery trees for the heir and deer and lords, up until they figured out their side was losing. Explains why his knees ache to bend to whatever lord or lazy crosses the road. He'll be hauled up in that mill for days, the coward. The dwarf eyes you consideringly. But here, if you want to give it a shot, then good luck. We'll owe you one if you manage it. We'll have to see. What we can do. And the Baldur's Gate games, like, of before, like, they were legendary. They're some of the best made games ever. Baldur's Gate 2 is considered, like, one of the best RPGs of all time. Not just CRPGs, computer role-playing games like this. No, of all time. The villain, John Irenicus, is oozing with charisma. Their companions are all great. Their stories are fantastic.
Hail, traveler.
Yeah. Okay, back to that. I spoke to Swinia. And? What did he say? He says you're treating the farmers unfairly, raising prices and giving them rotten grain. Of course he does. He's been saying nothing for days now. The man's delusional. If he wants grain, he'll have to pay for it. Oh, I could do the might thing. What's going on here, anyway? Where to begin? Swain has whipped most of them up into a froth going out of the grain stores. Claims I've hidden away most of it. All I do with the grain is sell it. Oh, we've just got through all this.
Hail and well night.
Look, I don't know the full story here. And I think that Swinner's in the wrong. I get it. You know, when people are hungry, they get mad. And, you know, that's one of the, like, leading causes for revolutions, that you can take everything away from people when they haven't got food. That's when they will, you know, they'll go fucking apeshit.
Howdy do.
Let's talk about this. Maybe some of the other villagers could help. So now as if a few long moments, drinking deep of his mug. He sighs. You're right. Things are going like they are. We're just gonna end up hanging out from that tree out there. Looks at his cameras. Tell Trumbull and leave him be. Don't know what we'll do now with the crops failing. Haven't got other trade to speak of. Best can eat his hand around the inn. Okay. So, rather than, you know, just spend all the money on booze and whatnot, they're actually going to work. Okay, fine. See, I didn't quite get that was the sense. When they said, like, maybe you could ask for help around the town, I took that as two ways. One, they could club together some cash to buy grain, or they form a lynch mob and take this guy out. That's what I meant by, that's what I thought they meant by seeking help from the others. You know? It's like fucking kicking this guy's door in. Or pulling his eyeballs out his arsehole.
Greetings.
I convinced him to leave your family in peace. Why, that's... Really? That's great news. I wasn't sure you'd get through to him. They're out of their minds for drink half the time. You've gained 400 experience. Teleport experience 552. I owe a great debt. Here. He calls a pointer from his hip, pushes towards you. Today's earnings to show my appreciation. And you can be sure I'll let everyone know what you've done for me. Glad to help. Keep it. You've had enough time already. That's really all you can afford after I save your family? No, I'm going to let him keep it. You haven't had enough time. You have a generous soul, friend. I will have you to thank for making it through the coming year. Safe travels, where you find favour with the gods. Gilded Vale, or a positive? Yeah, so when you were making an RPG back in the day, you had basically three choices. One, you make it like a JRPG, Japanese role-playing game, like Final Fantasy, Dragon Quest, all the rest of it. You either make it like this, or you make it in first person. And first person was, like, back in the day, it was very much like a case of, if you're going to do it well or not at all. A lot of first person role-playing games weren't very good. Like, people are only just waking up to, like, Bethesda being, like, an actually incompetent studio. When, like, no, they've had problems for decades, like Daggerfall. I will always refer to Daggerfall how, like, there are plot critical locations that you can't even you can just reach the end of the main quest just because you can't, because the doorway or a stairway leads into a wall in a plot critical location. Great, because the procedural generation they used was awful, absolutely awful in places. So yeah. And it wasn't until like the Elder Scrolls Morrowind where they actually got a lot of acclaim that they genuinely deserved, not just because they were the first ones to do it, but because it was actually good. But even then, like games like Gothic were much better. Edelyn Prioston. You see a key turn gently, steady, and hear a ghostly click as the door swings inward. Two figures slip in, locking the door behind them, and begin their prowl. Their hunt is efficient, and it takes them little time to acquire a sizable collection of documents on oddly shaped velvet pouches. Quick hands fill pockets, rucksacks, bags. The door opens downstairs and everything freezes. Footsteps, a tired giggle. The thieves are all eye whites and short breath as they empty their pockets of all but the necessities. Anything noisy hurriedly replaced. Silence from downstairs, then tentative steps up the staircase. A voice calls out. One thief creeps forward, the other gesticulating wildly for him to return. He continues forward, crouching by the banister. He sees a gaudy shoe and shoves. One falls with a cut-off scream, rolling lifelessly to the floor below. Swearing, the second thief grabs a brother, and they make their escape, collecting of whatever value they can on the way out. Oh. Let's read these souls. You see a crowded marketplace, vendor stalls lining the road, their proprietors' voices calling out to passers-by to come sample their wares. This woman wanders through the throngs, strolling hand in hand with another woman. They peruse the vendor's goods, tarrying at a book merchant with a number of old and beautiful tomes, chatting with another about what they see. One will pick up a book and show to the other who will take it, comment on it, and place it on his shelf. And the first will snatch at the book again and quickly pay the merchant before the other can snatch it back. They walk away from the market, weighed down by packs filled with books, still hand in hand, standing close, comfortable and familiar with each other. As they pass down the somewhat deserted street, an object suddenly hits this woman in the chest and bounces off, rolling away toward one of the buildings. Oh, stop and look at the object. An apple. And then back at the person who threw it. There's nothing special about him besides the angry look on his face and the other two apples he holds. Before the woman can move, the man draws back and throws another one at them, this time sitting in the second woman on the forehead. He yells at them, something derisive and hateful. Something about legacy and responsibilities. The woman stares at it, raises her hand to her head and wipes the juice and bits of fruit off her face and stares the man down defiantly. The first woman squeezes her hand and puts the other on her companion's shoulder, attempting to calm her down. The woman pulls a book from her pack and holds it before her, muttering under her breath. She pulls her hand free and waves it above the book, an aura forming around her. The first woman is still trying to calm her down, but all she sees, she says, goes unheard. The man, uncaring for the events happening in front of her, draws back and throws the last apple. As it arcs through the air towards them, the second woman brings up her hand and points at the apple. A glowing orb of energy flies from her hand and strikes the apple, causing it to explode, raining bits of apple. Just the word apple being used over and over again. Raining bits of apple down on the road and buildings around them. The man's face changes. Anger, joined by fear, looking like he's trying to decide if running or attacking is the best course of action. The second woman has started chanting again, her hand glowing, the eyes narrowing. This woman steps in front of her, placing her between her love and their attacker. She touches her face, gently stroking it while whispering calming words. I guess. The woman's countenance changes. She smiles, her eyes soften, her lips slow, regaining the lost smile. First woman smiles again as well. I guess the other wizard scum. The man behind him says as the two women turn to face him, staring him down defiantly. They join hands and begin walking again, moving past him without so much as a sideways glance. So yeah, so like the old 3D role-playing games, like first-person 3D role-playing games, were pretty bad to begin with. Very hard to pull off. The reason why I say Gothic was the better game than Morrowind, and I like Morrowind, I think Morrowind's a fantastic game, and there's no denying the cultural impact it had, mostly due to its popularity more than anything else. Let's have a look. Do they need us down at the smith, maybe? No, it looks like we can't go in that house yet. Or indeed at all. So yeah, like Gothic was great because it was limited to. It was a very small world, and because it was a small world, they had, they could do so much more in it. Morrowind has a lot of problems. That are obvious, like on greater inspection. When you put the two games together and see like how NPCs react, how the combat works, how all these things come together. Yeah. But even then, like that game's story was absolutely carried by like Michael Kirkbride, like the guy who was like thought to have been on drugs and whatnot. But like that's just become way more apocryphal. Now it was really just booze, or so he says. Well, who knows? This Omoa man is of an impressive build, towering above the countertop. His skin is the dusky blue of the deeper oceans, and his thick arms boast corded muscle. Small as frame, a square-jawed frame, coated in smeared soot and arcing black tattoos alike. He offers you a broad smile as you approach. Welcome. You're the first new face I've seen in quite some time. What can I do for you? What do you do here? You've come to us in a strange time, I'm afraid. The stock's not what it used to be, but we find weapons and armor to offer yet. All forged right here at the Black Hammer. What happened? We just don't have the supplies. Been expecting the next delivery for near a week now, and haven't seen a sign of it. Have to expect they were hit by bandits. The road out east is crawling with them. Well, my workers ran off as the wagon itself, maybe, to make some coin. Tautano snorts, as if that would dare. He's right about the bandits. The dire situations in villages like this and the exodus to the cities has created far too many opportunities for unscrupulous sorts. Tautano scratches his jaw, thinking, if you happen to be headed that way, maybe you could keep an eye out for a supply wagon, or my shipment at least. They'll be cutting through the Black Meadow, I expect. The only good road for it. As it is, most of our weapons go to His Grace, Lord Frederick. That's the nearby guard. And that's how it should be. But it doesn't leave much for outside it. We just don't have the iron. I'll see them back safe and sound. I'd appreciate your trying anyhow. You bring back the supplies at least, and I'll have much to offer you. A discount to start. If you do find my workers, you give them a good smack up the side of the head for me. So, we're going now to get the Smith's shipment. Believed to be headed east, and I think that's the way of more companions. I would like to hire another party member though, but what money do I have? Where do I find my... Ah, there it is, 106. I wonder if I can buy someone. So the idea is you can actually buy party members. And like, you basically just make another character. So we need about 6, but... I wouldn't be able to speak from experience, but we do have some certain sorts coming for work from time to time. Ah, so level 2 adventure is 106 gold pieces. But I can sell some gear. Yeah, apparently they're buying armor for a fair amount. I'll take that. Oh, I still need some more. Yeah, let's sell some more stuff. What else? What have we got in the stash? Don't really need daggers. Don't really need a small shield. You might have to excuse me a moment. Poleaxe. Already got a hunting bow, so I don't need another one. Battle axe, nice. Sorp spear. What else have we got here? More armor that we can sell. Hat. It's a little wolf hide. I don't know. We've got ingredients as well. Wow, I'll buy garnet for 85. Not bad. Yeah, let's recruit level 1 adventurer. Let's have a lady. Armor, why not? Down to the teeth. Additional weapon set. Bonuses to prevent. Yeah, let's go with that. We're gonna make them barbarian. Carnage when barbarians hit with a melee attack, start to melee rolls. Make reduced damage attacks to all the enemies, and so nice. Okay. Frenzy. While the barbarian's frenzy is active, his or her endurance and health are concealed, so you can't know how well they're actually doing. So they might actually die. I think I'll go with that one instead. Let's boost their might. Let's get the... yeah. Why not? The rest can go there. Great. Where were they from? The white that bends. They want to start with a shield as their starting equipment. Planes. Poleaxe. Nah, let's go with the white that bends. That's heard. Stealth survival. Yeah, they're a hunter. Yeah. That's fine. I'll go with that. That's all good.
I shall lead us. Let's go. Keeping an eye out. I'm flattered. Let's go. I'll take a peek. Just say the word. I've got this. Silence surrounds me. I shall lead us. Let's go. Time to see and not be seen. Eh? I've got this. Easy now. Leading the way. Keeping an eye out. Now I am leader of the group. Keeping an eye out. Now I am leader of the group. I'll take a peek. Yes, I shall lead us.
I didn't realise a gravy on my face. I do apologise. I'm just a mucky booker. A name. Psycho Rodnet. Rodnetta. There we go. So, that's my off-tank. Right, let's go back a ways. Your abilities. So Barbaric Yell, terrifies enemies. Okay.
Well,
We'll do all these bandits. If we can survive long enough. But yeah. So yeah. But yeah, like the 3D RPG is like it took ages to get to that point where they were actually really good. I've spoken at length about how like the Elder Scrolls Oblivion. If you want to watch my Let's Play of that. Yeah, I've spoken at length about how that was like a massively important game for its time. Tenfeth. The young dwarf tending the stew looks up, startled as he sees you approach. He drops his ladle, spattering stew across the ground. What? Get him, you dogs! Make sure our new cook doesn't run off. Help, please! Help! The bandits gives Tenfeth a kick as they pass him, and he yodels. Okie dokie. Need to go after him.
well.
Okay, I'm gonna go for, yep, things are gonna boost that. That's great, and then you're going to use that on them. Don't really need the slow mode on. Let's have another bash with that. You can start bonding now. Oh, 1 second. Right, I'm back. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Well,
That's much better. I mean, granted, like, they're not meant to that challenging a fight, but still.
Welcome.
By the flame, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I thought I'd be stuck cooking for those ignorant weasels for the rest of my life. At least until they were bored of me, I suppose. So with that, just getting back to a message. Yes, Call of Duty Black Ops is now finally installed. Tabasco sent you? She must be beside herself. Must get back at once, but listen, the next time you're in Gilded Vale, make sure you stop by the Blackout Inn. Doesn't know what you've done for me. I'll make sure she'll do right by you in turn. Oh, to be back in my oven again.
as you wish.
There we go. Scepter. Silver Fenny. Nice. So Holy Radiance. down. Let's have a frightening effect. There we are. Cutting things down much faster now. The difference an additional party member makes is astonishing.
Of course.
These ancient walls appear to have been once circled the entire glade. A small fragment remains and stares into the top of the structure have crumbled away. Examine it more closely. The heavy bricks are slick with moss, presenting a hindrance to climbing, but the stones themselves seem sturdy enough. Given the right tools, one might easily reach the top. I can climb it myself. Drop back down. Okay, what about it here? Yeah, he makes it up with his athletics. Okay. We make it up. A scroll letter. I do not think you will ever see this, but you were right, Fulvano. We should have journeyed south together, and save us for it. I would tolerate all the gloating in the world if I lived to hear it. I found myself out of reach of the beast circling below, but I'm done for all the same. I do not think I will rise again. Perhaps who finds this pray for me. Perhaps in the next life I shall be a trapper of wolves. Fulvano's loves. Let's see. I think I'll buy the gloves. So my dexterity goes up.
What is it? Hey.
Let's climb it down. So I explored a little bit more of this place. Let's keep looking for trouble, shall we? Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, like, I think it's like CRPGs have never really been unpopular. It was just decided that, like, games like The Elder Scrolls Oblivion, and the like, were just gonna, Morrowind were just gonna push things ahead. And that was it. And funding went down. It doesn't help as well that, admittedly, a lot of the writing was, like the standards for writing had been reduced over the years. You know, like, Planescape Torment was very hard to match. Like, even, you know, Torment Ties a Numenera, the spiritual successor of Planescape Torment, possibly the best written video game ever made. You know, even that was like, the spiritual successor to that wasn't great. I think they actually had one of the original writers, Chris Avellone, behind it. That's not great. But yeah. But I think like a lot of the games, like, they just moved to different ideas. Like Knights of the Old Republic, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic was less about like this sort of angle and more action oriented. Or, you know, for the time, you know, it was like a CRPG almost. And then yeah, Dragon Age. I'm gonna hang back a bit.
As you...
You're gonna flank. You're also gonna frighten it. I'm gonna also flank. You've got no spells. Oh, you got level 2 spell, but that's not gonna help. Yeah, I can assault it. I got Holy Radiance.
of our Lord beyond sea.
Why not? It's another yell. I'll hit it again with an arcane blast.
What is it?
What else have we got here? Oh yeah. So that might not tip prone, I'm not sure. If that doesn't, this will. Is it means to be not prone? No, man, it's dead.
What is it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, like, not to give the Elder Scrolls too much grief or whatever, but it was, like, you know, it made RPGs so much more popular. Especially in the mainstream. Let's have a look. Lost Spirits. A figure drifts, suspended in the musty air of the cavern. Its form and features blur and twist in the cascading ripples of incandescence. You feel its energy eddying about your limbs, filling them with a heavy chill. You reach out a hand for the spirit. In the moment of contact, you feel as if you've been struck a blow, head reeling as you tumble helplessly into a waiting darkness. Light blooms at the edge of your vision. You feel the sun at your back and the weight of a bow in your hand. You know suddenly that you have come a long way from the Vale, hunting deer. Now you are standing before a cavern. The darkness extends far into its depths. Even so, your friend strides out before you, his red cloak flapping at his heels. You follow, heart hammering in your chest, as he leads you deeper into the cavern. There is a roar like thunder, echoing around you. Fear seizes you, casts you stumbling back toward the exit, towards light and escape. You see a glint of steel, and there is a sudden terrible flash of agony behind your knee. You scream, stumble, fall. Your thoughts are chaos, lanced through with pain. But in the moment of terrible clarity, you see your friend look back at the mouth of the cavern, his dagger daubed in crimson to match his cloak. And then there is a great dark shape above you. And then there is more pain. The vision recedes, and you are thrown back into your old self, with seemingly irreversible force. The corpse lies at your feet, and the spectre lingers, in the span of energy between the both of you. You feel a sense of questioning, of confusion, of anger. I met him on the road, your friend. 2. Be at peace, Spirit. May you be blessed with greater fortune in the next life. Spirit roils with thwarted anger and grief. Sorrow seems to seep into the very air of the cavern. The spirit dims and fades until you're alone once more. So it seems as though, from what I understand, maybe this guy was stabbed, like wounded and left behind, so the bear would chase him. Fallen note. Dear Anton, please be safe. Know that whatever happens, I still love you. We make camp. Okay, it's not here. Is there anything over this way? Yeah.
Hey.
Okay.
How may I help? How may I help?
These ones are in for a...
That's better. What's dragon? Okay.
Of course.
Hmm. But there's nothing else here. I'm just gonna Gilded Vale. So yeah, but yeah, like games like Knights of the Old Republic and Neverwinter Nights eventually became like, you know, Dragon Age, and Mass Effect. You know, like the BioWare games. Um, let's head back to the end. So to
Hail and
Basket.
well met.
Hello, welcome to the. Oh, it's you. Tenfrith told you. This is what you did for him. Just release that back. I can't thank you enough. Consider you for over that house. That's completely late for dinner. I don't think I will let this go unrewarded. We decided that you have earned the right to learn one of the most closely guarded secrets. My dearest recipe. With this, really nothing else. Savoury pie. To keep you hale and hearty. Serve you well in your travels. Nice. If this guy I'm thinking goes upstairs. So we have to check the quest log. Yeah, he's sent to a friend into the cave by a friend of his. How strong a man fled. What's his red cloak? In fact, I wonder if he is in the end.
Good day, stranger.
In fact, we also saw some loot as well. I don't know. This one isn't overly urgent. Now, there is a sort of major quest that we can do here. But I'd rather not do that just yet, not until we've got more party members. Let's go to McGrand's Fork. Ooh, that's an interesting place. I think this is where we'll be getting our next party member. Yep, we're going to stay on the roads. Because it's very dangerous to travel beyond.
Saw you in the flames.
Such a McGran, goddess of war and flame, as the names have been scratched into the stone at her feet. Supplicant seeking a blessing. Durance. Squatting at the base of this statue is an incredibly ugly man, with bulging red cheeks raked with box scars, and a scraggly beard. He is sweating as if he has a fever. His breathing is measured and steady, like a slow push of a blacksmith's bellows, but in comparison feels strange and welcome. The next comparison, possibly sparked by his grin, is that of a bear trap. Then out of nowhere there is a hint of alchemical fire. Fades almost as soon as you identify the smell.
Come to pray at the statue.
The question mark is barely there. As the man makes the statement, the statue takes on a reddish cast, as if one is holding a torch to it, and slowly blossoms into waving flames. The man doesn't turn as the statue blossoms into fire.
The others are welcome, but it's best if just you and I trade words, and your shadows stay quiet. Hands off their weapons, both arcane and steel. It's only you I want to trade words with anyway. I swear before the whore that is Margaret, no harm will come to you in her shadow, if that's enough of a promise for you. If not...
I examine the statue. Find that the weaving firelight from the statue gives off no heat. So much so, you wonder if it has some sort of trick of the mind. The ugly man before you doesn't seem to notice it or feel it, although the sheen on his brow is still present, as if it's burning from within. Study the man. The sudden weaving flames of the statue of McGran cast more light on his features. The man's robes are dirty, stained with grease, and other marks of the road. The hems of his robes, including the sleeves, are burned at the edges, as if he walked a great distance across a fire. He reached into the flames with his hands to pull something out. But while his hands are thick and calloused, they bear no burn or scorch marks. Focus my gaze on the staff. The staff looks thick, stout, of wooden blackened ash. A blackened ash once burned by a terrible fire. Beneath the ash, the lines on the wood bear shapes and patterns. There is a certainty the staff was once used for something far more dangerous, but not now. As you study it deeper, it shimmers slightly in your eyes, the water catching the lights weaving across the statue. Whatever power was bled from the staff, it doesn't make it, or the wielder, any less dangerous. You look up to see the man watching you studying the staff. As his gaze meets yours, he nods in a humorless smile. Strange choice of company. Stone seems cold comfort. The man smiles slowly at your words and nods, never taking his eyes off you. I could do better, though the road holds little else. Until now.
The world holds many whores we worship. Respect comes with honest titles. I bet even you have gone against instinct in exchange for a little copper. Or paid for such, in countless ways. But if I give offense, if words are all that are left to a man, then why in the Deerwood of all places he should have leave to speak them?
I didn't get your name. Why would you want to speak with me?
I didn't give it. You probably find names as useless as I do. The names that litter this world like debris are hard enough to wrap around the tongue. And what do they matter? It's what's beneath the skin and the letters I care about. What burns within. It's more important to me you're a watcher than whatever culture or accent decorates your letters like awkward crowns. Take pride in your actions, not where you hail from, or how your name rolls off whatever liar's tongue coats it now. If you need a title to hang on me to match your own, Watcher, then call me Durance. And as you observe souls, I test them.
How did you know I was a watcher? Durance shakes his head. His hand curls tightly on his staff. I can see the questions bubbling up. Let's burn them away, one by one.
I am a missionary. I walk this diseased nation with its heathen, its people so careless with the spirits of others and their own, watchers among them. Yes, I know you for what you are, and your name doesn't interest me. Names are for honest folk, and you are a crack that shines light from another place. We're meant to travel together, you and I. Saw you in the flames. Not your face, but that soul of yours, all tightened up like a huntsman's knot. There's things we can teach each other, if you're in need of answers to your mantle of questions. I don't force my words on anyone other than you. I don't care who walks with you or what their mewling problems and politics are. There's enough howling in the world without me stoking that fire. I won't take from your provisions, don't need much on the road. I can carry my weight, which is considerable. Many will stand against you. They probably already have, from what I can see. Left their marks, it seems. Like a trail, worming its way behind you. Disease? Spirit wind? Both could have touched you, yet here you stand. As for disease, not all of us were close to water when the pox hit, but it's no longer a passenger in my flesh. It left its marks as well. But like flames, the pox doesn't strike twice, nor is it catching.
So Mistress there allows it, then come on.
Her? Don't fear her jealousy. Let us see what the road holds, Watcher.
And now we have Durance. Party. So let's give him his skills. Excuse me. So, I love his staff as well. I think it's unique to him as well, so what we can do is take burn damage from Holy Radiance. Well, we've got to go for that, right? Sword Flame. Yeah, Brilliant Radiance, I'll go for that. And then for level 3. Don't leave any points. Don't we'll get him back.
What is
So,
it?
Hey,
What is it? What? What is it?
so I just wanna follow these paths. This looks compass. So what I'm doing is basically I'm just uncovering locations just by going to the compass on the map. We've dealt with will-o-wisps before. We shall deal with them again.
yes.
Oh, don't tell me everyone's confused.
Yes.
But I think I know where we are.
Of course.
Which are a rather important quest location. But this is not something we have to deal with right now. Oh, let's deal with these walls. We're going to deal with the younger one.
Yes.
Oh, there's actually quite a few there.
Well,
Endurance. Oh, he's taking quite a beating. Okay. Right, Holy Radiance. Hit the bad books. Let's frighten.
yes. If it may.
Use you to pull that one away. Command that one to halt.
How may I help?
We are sick.
Great. Endurance is down. Halt to my friends. You're prone.
Oh.
Oh no. Why not?
We are
Yeah, shoot that one. Oh, I'm down as well. Great, okay.
Aye.
See, he's holding his own.
Hmm.
Try and frighten him.
Hey.
Right, attack that one.
Of course. Leave it to me.
Before Aloth dies. Oh, for God's sakes.
Let's cut out for us now. Yeah.
Right, fan of flames. On them all.
Whose side are you on?
And then heal yourself. Right, forget the defensive stance, just start hitting them and kill them, please. That was tough. That was really tough.
Well,
What waits us up here? Nothing. Okay, let's go back to Gilded Vale. Because we actually need to go to Anslog's. Yeah, I think I'll play for another hour. I'm quite consistent with the past two parts. There's a villager here who's expecting a child. So we best do what we can because of the Johnbonne crisis. Good. A dear wooden woman is standing in front of her fireplace, humming a quiet tune to herself, or perhaps to her unborn child, for she is clearly quite pregnant. She turns her head slightly as you enter.
Hello.
Well, finally, I've started to think. The woman makes a startled noise when she turns around to see you. Oh, I'm sorry. I was expecting someone else. She gives a cautious smile. Can I help you? Nice cat. Lover smiles proudly. Oh, thank you. She's a sweetheart. Yes, house clear of mice, too. Who are you expecting? My sister, Kalisha, is arriving with one of the caravans. She sent a letter before she came. Said she was going to pay her way by working as a guard for the caravan master. She was always a tough one. I don't suppose you've seen her on the road, or the caravan perhaps. It's Master Redeemer's. Kalisha didn't make it. After covers her mouth with her hand, eyes wide with horror. For a few moments she could manage nothing but a strangled voiceless gasping, her eyes brimming with tears. And you. I told her it was a dangerous path to take. And she was always so certain she could take on any danger. Poor sister. I'm sorry, stranger. I just can't believe she's gone. If only I hadn't called her here. If I hadn't written to her. She might be alive somewhere. You mentioned that you needed help. Perhaps I can provide some assistance. Gilded Vale positive too. Oh, do you mean it? I had heard that you'd been a help around town, but there's little enough kindness in people these days. I don't think it was true. So because we've got Gilded Vale positive reputation, we can actually use our reputation to get a response from her. It's different than the default. I'm worried about the baby. About the legacy. I told Kalisha as much as I could, but all I know is that for a long time now, every child born in Gilded Vale they've been soulless. Empty. It's happened to so many mothers, and Lord Frederick, he's exiled all of them, like a sign of the gods' disfavour. But my heart felt gone. my third gun. I don't know how to manage if I lost my home too. I hope Alicia could help me, but they said Ranga, the old midwife, knows a way to prevent a child from being Hellborn. She moved south to Anslog's compass 2 seasons ago. The journey's too far from me. I can't make it as I am. Please, the neighbours speak well of you. They say you're a good man to have. They're a good man. I have no one else to turn to. I'll find this Rango for you. We get a boost to our reputation. You will? Oh, God bless you. Here, I'll give you a coin to pay her with. You needn't trouble yourself with that. I think it's just a drink she fashions out of. Well, I'm not sure. I'm sure it will be too much of a burden to carry back. Anslog's compass is what we call the lagoon to the south. I have to cross the wilds to get there. That's what keeps me from trying myself. Thank you, truly. You're saving us both. Well, let's play. This is, yeah. I think this is one of those quests, like, it's like one of the first quests you will do, outside of, like, the tutorial area. And it kind of sets the tone for the rest of the game, really. Yeah, things are,
Hail, traveler.
things aren't right. I'll rest. Clear up our injuries. Head back out into the wilds. Before we do that quest though, I think what I will do is I will actually go somewhere too. Let's go to my Ground's Fork again. Roderick, the Lord of Gilded Vale, is sending out mothers, pregnant women, to face the wilds alone. Because he believes the gods are looking ill upon his town. Fine, great sword. Nice. Your reflection warps and twists and live, gleaming Aedra. But yeah, I think we need to deal with this Radric first. Before we go there. But how? Oh, how? Bit of gaming news actually, because I think this is the sort of game where I'm gonna have to need a lot of gaming news. Avowed, the first-person open-world game, is coming out fall or autumn, as we call it here in the real world. This year, and the scope they want to go with is the same as the Outer Worlds, their sci-fi game. Forest trolls are tough. Tough mudders.
As you wish.
Chewed letter. This bit of parchment is torn and flecked with blood and troll spittle, but a little remains. Reads, worried he may have come to harm. Once I reach Defiance Bay, I'll hire guides to take me west for safety. See if I cannot rest. Let's see if I cannot find a foot now. At present, I regress my eagerness to be away to Gilded Vale. Very dark. Ah, Fulvano. Amulet. We also found Fulvano's amulet, so we've got his gloves. His amulet. Yeah, you need the cloak of protection more. Heal off. You can have that. Oh. Psycho Rodney. Can level up. Let's have your survival boosted. Accurate Carnage. And Barbaric Blow. It's damage from crits. Carnage is not affected. One prey counter. It's more stuff to do. Plus one aim is engaged, yeah, I'll go for that. There we go. So yeah, so they're not going for like a massive open world like the Elder Scrolls and whatnot. They're actually going for more like hub based. It's like smaller levels and such. It takes place in the Living Lands as well, which has not been affected by the colonialism quite as much as other parts of the Pillars of Eternity universe. There, that one. Get that one. Ought to be interesting. Okay. So you're being engaged for that one, you'll go for that one, and I'm of course taking hits already. Blast them. We use that. Would you be so kind as to knock him down? Nice, interrupt the attack. Great. Yeah, let's dazzle them. Blinding lights. Yeah, let's improve the accuracy of everyone here. Do you want to go for that one instead? So if you could knock that one down as well, that'd be great. So second wind, where you go down.
Well?
The Tirana's Grimoire. Orders. It seems I have no choice but to provide you instruction. Radrick's forces are spread thin, and the road through the wilds to the south of Gilded Vale lies unguarded. Given these favourable circumstances, I'm sure that you can manage to handle a peasant or two. They are to tell me that Kolsk's men made south after their escape. If you should happen to retrieve one of their number, I'll be convinced to forgive your previous mistakes. For the last time, you are to keep clear of Defiance Bay. Know that if you cannot be trusted to acquire a useful specimen with even a modicum of discretion, I have no qualms whatsoever about using whatever materials I have at my disposal instead. Oh, okay. So, the Goldpack Knights that we've just slain there are an interesting bunch. Because they are paladins. And paladins in this game are quite different to your typical paladin orders. In that like the Goldpack Knights, like they're mercenaries, but they swear. It's almost like their devotion to fulfilling the contract is religious. They're not stupid. They will not just take anyone's money. They have their own thoughts and feelings, and they will take those into account. But yeah. I think I'm going to give you that flying great sword instead. In fact, yeah. Two-hand sword, let's see if that does any better. Right, this book. Drana. So, we could equip this grimoire, or we could learn the spells from it. It costs 100 copper to learn spells per level, so 200. So it's like 100 times the level of spell. Both of those I'm probably going to know as a priest, so I'll hold off on those. But they are good ones.
Yes?
Then your grimoire.
Well,
Yeah, it spells to the grimoire. I will explain the grimoire mechanics at some stage. But it basically works very similar to D&D's, where you'll learn spells. Ah, Black Meadow. That's what happens if you go that way. Follow that road. Yeah. So, yeah, the way they work is very similar. You have to learn spells, and then you have to spend money to put them into your book, or to learn them or whatnot, because you're copying the spell into your own words, using magical inks and paper, special vellum and such. Okay. So I don't think this is the house we need just yet. Exploring. Trying to think of travel to the plateau. We can go that way actually, because we can chase up the missing shipment. Yeah. So yeah, I'm looking forward to playing it. The next game in the Pillars of Eternity universe. Avowed. Was it Avowed? Avowed, yes, not Unavowed, my apologies. So yeah, it looks pretty good. Screenshots I've seen. It will have firearms as well, which I'm really looking forward to. You will know that in this game, there are indeed firearms.
well,
Ready to engage. Flank around. You can knock it down. You can try and frighten it. I don't really want to use spells as such to take this thing. I suppose I could use it.
The Varu beyond seek.
There we are. We're getting the hang of this now. Where forest trolls used to kick my ass. Now look at this. We're actually getting them back. We're actually killing the trolls back.
As you wish.
Yeah, let's just keep walking along the road. Wait a minute. This music. I didn't realise this actually. But this is the music that the DM uses to like recap. So I do, I'm in a D&D game called A Debt to a Friend. I do recaps of it on my channel with the Warlock. And this is the music that's used to like sort of go over like the recap at the beginning. And it's like the general exploration theme. So yeah, we can take it.
Oh, prisoners!
But yeah, I like that. I didn't realise the music was from here. So that's kind of cool. Oh dear, that's not good. Okay, we need to kill this one quickly. Holy Radiance. Yeah. I'm gonna use Divine Mark on it just to burn it. You need to engage that one now. Right in it. Watch your health bar. Okay, right, second wind. Yeah, reduce that thing's accuracy. Yeah, right, we all need to start attacking this thing. I'll flank around. Knock it down if you can. You move into the area of that effect. There we go, nicely timed.
What is it?
I'll just all attack it. That's better, isn't it? Melted it, gone like the Kuvu. Oh, they don't look good. Right, well that looks like it's on fire, so we're gonna burn it. It looks like it's on fire. No, it's not on fire yet. Right, well we're in range. You take that one on. You take that one on. Right, you do your burning radiance thing. Fan of flames. Okay, skip around. Right now do fan of flames. Burn them. You can do that. In fact, no, scare them if you can. Divine Terror's not going to work quite as well. Halt. Yeah, let's help everyone out.
Kinda stuck over here.
Yeah, use your defensive bonus. Use Ryan. Right now, heal yourself. You Do that. What else? What spells? Yeah, let's go through the spells. Armor of Faith, I think I already used. Have I? No, let's use it again. Have I? I've not used Armor of Faith. Use Armor of Faith. Okay, our tank is down. Alright, I'm gonna have to start using these now. Crucible of the Soul. Oh.
Yes.
Use that shield either. Okay. Oh, I've just realised I've just made a target. Oh dear.
Yes.
The flames. We've got 2 more spells. What can I do? Divine Terror. Can I try and straight the fear of God into him? Yeah, just keep launching spells and just hope for the best. Did that not go through before? It's going to have to go through now. Otherwise I'm dead.
Just like an adherent to go down fast.
Just going to have to attack. You're stunned because I think you're regenerating.
You're not getting.
Well,
McGrand's still in the fight. No, Durance is still in the fight rather. Okay, let's just try and kill one. No mind, he's down.
Just get quiet.
I don't think, yeah, I don't think that's gonna save it either. You knock it down? No, he's dead. Love the game. Yeah. So yeah, so the firearms is what I'm looking forward to most in like Avowed. I'm glad to see that it's actually gonna be a smaller scope. Yeah, I prefer hub-based games. They're much easier on your computer. Yeah, they're much easier on your system because they have to render less in any one time. It's much easier to fix bugs with them as well. Because like the thing is, like, for all my complaints with like the old Scrolls games and whatnot, they are as buggy as they are because just the sheer amount of moving parts in those games, it's insane. In fact, I think if we go to Caed Nua, might be a bit early, but we go this way, we've got ourselves a new companion. I just hope this isn't going to usher in the next act. But yeah. So Avowed. Don't know much about it. I haven't seen any of the trailers, so I'm just getting this information second hand. But yeah, it's that's pretty cool. There's Car. Just off the side of the path into Caed Nua stands an imposing figure. A tall, thick-set armor, clad in worn armor and peering up out at the outer walls of the keep. In his hand is a small piece of charcoal, and it works furiously at taking notes upon a small scrap of paper. More than once he has to reach up to prevent his colourful cap from falling off his head as he gazes upwards. What are you doing up there? The man looks over at you, blinking in surprise. His face splits into a wide and very toothy grin. And he waves the parchment in greeting. Killing time, if I'm honest. I've already walked the perimeter twice. There are names scratched upon some of these bricks just here. Workers and masons, I expect, carving little immortality for themselves. Looks up at the wall again. Expression, fond. It's a fine keep, Cadnoa. 2 centuries to its name, and abandoned for nearly as long.
But the truly interesting part is in there, and I haven't had much luck in reaching the keep itself. I hoped to find the master of this place, a man by the name of Meerwald, but it seems that he either holds his privacy most dear, or else has been devoured by his house guests.
I can hear like the Meerwald as well.
Oh, truly? Then perhaps we can help one another. The grounds are infested with all manner of beasts. I've never seen the like. I didn't want to risk it alone, but you seem capable. Together, I'm sure we could manage it. And then we can both ask our questions of Meerwald. I seek a great treasure, you see. Not gold or silver, but the Tanvi Oratoa. You might call it the Book of Virtues. It's a sacred text of the Rauatai, but we possess only a fragment of it. A year I've journeyed in search of the rest, and I uncovered evidence that leads me to believe the original lies just there, beneath the keep.
Why would this Tanvi Oratoa be here in the Deerwood? Precisely. That is the very question. He laughs. It's just a long and twisting tale, my friend, as all good chat should be. I can tell you more, if you wish it, in time. It's going to be well, then.
Excellent. Lead on, my friend, and I will be at your heels. Ah, wait. Speaking of that, I ought to warn you first. Wondrous teeth, I nearly forgot. I have, at times, been followed. It began in Adir, and in Exometal they attacked outright. I believe they do not wish for me to find what I am looking for. I say believe, but I have been told as much by one of my would-be assassins. I paid them little mind. Humorless sorts in long robes. But it's why I bought the sword, you see. And it's only fair that you should know. Well, it's not as if I'm going to turn around and go home at their urging. If their previous efforts are anything to go by, we have very little to worry about.
So this is Kana, who is a chanter. And he says he brought a sword, but he's got here a gun. Yeah. Yeah. I am fascinated by these old sort of style weapons. Yeah, the old ones were the best. So the implications are interesting. As I said before, like, the idea is you string a song together. Like, these are like the different verses. So here we can summon a ghost. But Rane Deret's ghost, he would not rest. You'll go with that one, so that summons a phantom. Once 3 phrases have been chanted. Ancient Memories. Ancient Memory invokes a primal energy, causing allies within range to benefit from the constant endurance regeneration while the chanter is chanting. Must be chanting, and then we get healing. As long as he's singing. I think I'll go with that. Here's next level. So, reduce the business. Thick with their tongue, stumble over words. Reduce concentration of areas. Come soft winds of death. Oh, that's interesting. Dull the edge, blunt the point. Yeah. So yeah, phrase.
Following your lead.
So, these are their chants. So the March of the Kamoa, Balden's allies, and then you have Blessed was the Wingrid, quickest of his tribe. Just spend most of their time in combat speaking chants. Chants are arranged strings of magical phrases that produce different effects. As one phrase ends, its effects will linger. So that's the effect ending, and that's where it lingers. Overlapping with the effects of the next phrase. When a chant reaches the end of the final phase, it will loop back to the beginning. Careful arrangement of phrases can produce a powerful sequence of passive effects. So, go on to B. So, we have... We can name it as well. So, Embolden's allies. So let's do that one. So we'll increase their speed first. We want to get into the fight. Then we do that. Then we do that. Like so. And then we also have the spell as well. So once you've done that, so once you've sang that one, you then do that. If their bones still slept under their hill, none can say. Someone's 3 skeletons to fight the party, bloody hell. Yeah, so the number of characters in combat absolutely matters. Like, action economy is king. Yeah, the more people you have fighting for you, the better your chances. So yeah, I like the chanting mechanics. I think it's really good. And it encourages you to do the same thing. Again and again. So let's see if we can actually get into Kanoa. We will do the whole mail world thing later. But I think that's going to usher us into Act 2, so I'd rather not just do that just yet.
Old and dry, with cobwebs in every crack. It reminds me of Woodica.
Woedica is like the lawful evil god. So, I want you to go after Phantom, the Shadow.
Hey.
And to engage that. You do that. You're close enough to do the whole burning thing. And now, I'm going to actually keep my cursor on this guy, because then you can see here on the left what he's doing, his little chants. So it's almost a bit like Guitar Hero in a way. While he's also reloading his gun, so he's singing as he's doing his thing. Oh god, I'm down again. Jesus wept. Well, he's stunned. Um,
Yes?
and now he's chanted 3 phrases. I can now cast a spell to summon the
How
ghost.
may I help?
After the end of combat, you lose the charges. So it's important that you use those. So it's kind of like building up combo points on a rogue in World of Warcraft, if that's still a thing.
What is it?
Yeah. Yeah, one of the good things about the firearms in this game is, like, if you... Oh.
Crave Dalfilat.
Oh, it's a shame I don't have that chill spell. Do you have any cold spells? No. God, God. Ah! I can do that. Launched a beam of frost. It will restore health to us.
What is it?
It seemed to do the job. Nice. Yeah, it's like if you go in stealth and then you like shoot, you can launch a massively piercing bolt at an enemy. Stealth can be pretty good in this game. Like rogues are very squishy, but if you can keep them in stealth, then yeah. Rogues and CRPGs can be very fun. But yeah.
Leave our village! We've done nothing to you! No, I don't want to delete the save, Jesus. You can't do this!
Spectral smoke churns all around you. At first you can see nothing except the haze, but gradually make out the byzantine shape. An old elven man. His face and bone-thin arms are smeared with paint. He shakes his head, spitting the words at you. You listen.
This is our village, our home! The Nine Claws have lived here almost 50 generations. We were here long before your kind brought war to our lands. You can't just burn it all! Have mercy, soldier! Our warriors have all gone! You can't burn us all because of them!
Reaches out to you and opens his mouth to say something, but all emerges is a series of violent coughs. He falls to his knees, choking on the thickening smoke. Flames overtake the vision as you back away. Ooh. Don't think we're meant to step inside just yet. We'll go back out. Get some more XP. So close to leveling up as well. Yeah. Yeah, we'll do that.
Crave Dalfilat Nili. Yes?
And the more times you fight things,
Well,
the more information you learn about them for the bestiary, which in turn Get 2 experience points. Beautiful part.
Brave thou
Okay. Yep, you're fine with that one. I'm gonna have you engage that one. I used to launch a magic missile at that one. You're stunned. Let's cast Armor of Faith.
Mow it.
Go around that way. Yeah, she's stunned, so that's okay.
Curses!
You've got phrases, so I'm gonna summon 3 skeletons to fight the party.
following your lead.
There we go. You 3 can fight that.
I fear we've lost the angry.
There we go, that's pretty cool. I like the chanter. The ground is swallowed at the skeletons again. So close to leveling. Yeah, so we will actually get to know all of these places later. So we don't need to worry about exploring too much here. Let's focus on kicking ass and taking names, and then in the next part we'll do more. But yeah. I'm enjoying this a lot more than I expected to. I'm not gonna lie. I was fully expecting to be like, I'm not getting this, I don't like it, I'm gonna quit. But no, it's proven really fun. Because it's like, I don't know how many hours have I actually put into this game. Like what? Where's my stats thing? $131 in total. And in all that time I've never really like got it as such. It's like I've only had like the vaguest of understanding, like in like passing understanding to actually to play it, but now it's like it is actually fairly clear. Like what needs to be done.
Mow it.
Right, let's summon a shroud.
Following your lead.
What it's called? Oh, go beyond the shroud to summon a phantom. Oh, look at that. Change rounds.
How may I help?
Brave.
Nice.
Well?
That might actually be the last of the enemies. God, I hope so, because my character's nearly dead. Probably dead. So yeah. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Avowed. Not like I'm gonna pre-order it, looking forward to it. But
Hang on!
definitely like I really want to play it. Looking forward to it, yeah.
What is it? Of course.
So I think we've cleared the inhabitants. Let's wait for camp. You wait to the sensation of being shaken, and you open your eyes to see Ida standing over you, his hand jostling your shoulder. Looks concerned. Your eyes are heavy and your vision's blurred. The vague unease of unremembered nightmares clouding your thoughts. You are not sure you slept at all the previous night.
Hey! You awake? Good. You were kind of thrashing around, eyes rolled back in your head. You were shaking. Trying to snap you out of it for a long time now. I was gonna have to get a bucket of cold water.
I can very much relate to that.
You don't seem like you get much rest at night. You got those dark circles under your eyes.
I get enough to get by.
Well, it's the Watcher thing, then. I'm sure it just takes some time to adjust is all. I'll try to let it sort itself out. But you'd better wake up faster next time. Trust me, you don't want that bucket of cold water.
So at least we've dealt with the inhabitants of this place. Before we take Cadnoa, for our own, let's just keep exploring around. Okay. Yeah. Let's go back to Black Meadow for that blacksmith shipment. Just want to try and get as much as I can done before I head off for the night, because yeah, about another 10 minutes I think I'll be ready for bed. Rest me, yes. But yeah, wouldn't mind playing some Black Ops at some stage. Right. You can come to us. Right, knock it down. You frighten it. You do that. You burn it.
Hey.
Because that's per encounter, we'll just blast it with that again.
Of course.
Yeah, I can level up. What's Rodney gonna get? I'll boost his law. I got 3 points to spend. So I won't boost his law. Oh, unused points will carry over to the next level. Okay, right, that's fine. Survival, yeah, I'll go for survival actually, I do like that. Ooh, the Pallid Hand. The Faithful of Barath gain an accuracy bonus with Mace and Greatsword. Ah, so not flails, okay. I can cast a special potion of Consul Halt's Corrosive Siphon. Grants the Pallid Hand. Passive. Accuracy with maces and great swords. Lesser Consul Halt's Corrosive Siphon. Once per rest, average. Drains corrode damage. As endurance. So I do damage and get stuff. Or I can get a bonus first level spell. I'm gonna go for that, Pallid Hand. Yeah, I'll take the Pallid Hand. So now I could actually do with a better mace. If anyone's got one to spare. Great sword. Or so I got the shield. Of the great sword. Because it's a flail. And it's not good. It's that I can't use it as much. So if I've got the great sword now, I get greater accuracy with it. So I can do more good with it. It's a fine sword. I'll give you that, just in case you want it. Scroll Jolting Touch. But yeah, as it is, I think. Yeah, so the Great Sword. So if that's what my god prefers me to use, then that means I will get bonuses to that. And hopefully I can cut them down faster than they can put me down. Corrosive Siphon. It's once per rest, but oh, sod it, let's use it. Let's go for it. Convert that damage into health for me. Off. Try and blind him.
Yes.
Dazzling light. Nice. Yeah, that damage is quite good actually. Fulvana's boots. That's ill. Have we got enough for Fulvana's stuff? of Constitution +1. Sorry, but I think I need that. Keep me alive for a bit longer. You all come to know that I think spiders are one of the worst enemies to encounter in a video. I'm not joking, like, I mean, I am somewhat arachnophobic, but I genuinely say that because it's like, especially in D&D, whenever you come across an enemy called the phase spider, just run.
What is it?
Because they can blink in and out of existence and ruin you. And they're horrible. They're absolutely horrible. In fact, don't bother with that. Yeah, do mechanics. Bonus knockdown. Gets another use of knockdown. Or rapid recovery. Yeah. 5.9 endurance over 3 seconds is very good. But I mean, what else has he got? Cautious attack. Graceful retreat. Deep pockets. Shot on the run. Wound binding, 40 health over 9 seconds. I think I'll actually use that. I'll get that one. Yep, so he can heal himself. Because he's going to be one of the most important characters that I need, fit and healthy, because he's the one who's going to draw enemy attention. Bow, nice. Special bow. Fine war bow. Oh, hold on. Spare virtuals island. Last of your book.
So much for you.
Yes?
Well, that was quick. No, do not load the game. But yeah, sword spiders as well. Was it sword spiders in Baldur's Gate? Again, horrible things, really fast,
As you wish.
and very deadly. Punch through armor like it's nothing. See what Gene Stealers can do to people in Terminator armor? Yeah, clearly red. Yeah, I want to find the shipment and then maybe shoot off. And yeah, tomorrow I think I was spending a bit more time because I want to play Black Ops. Cold War zombies. And yeah, but I've also got like my kill team models to paint. So that package has just arrived. So I like to paint my models for the kill team. The Tiny Hammer 40k.
Beyond the sea.
How many phrases? 3. Right, let's have another ghost. I might have to change some of my settings actually because I do not need to pause the game every time something happens. I'll have it auto pause. But yeah, like there's not really much way of avoiding the micromanagement in Pillars of Eternity, short of playing on a lower difficulty. On easy mode, it's still going to be a thing, not as required. On story mode, you basically remove all necessity. Yeah. What? Who is this? Jesus Willoughby, you useless bastard. Get him! Or let it get to the pile. They'll come to us. So we can see what we're up against. Yep, you can go up against the Scav. I'll create a Shield of Faith. Need to hold him. Need to put this suspender here. Put the Divine Willies up him. Right, let's summon some skeletons. Use fear. Right, use the heal. I need you to knock him down. Bail off if you please. I'm gonna send you to deal with that archer there. And now we can all go off the archer. In fact, you can stay behind. Take enough damage. There we go. There we go. See, it's all coming together now. Look at the game is so much more fun when you've got more people. TRS into the log. Shimmer crate has a note. I need you to deliver our haul for to Kern to sell. You will not speak to you unless you know the words Ignibion Elfon. It is only found in the gift after dark. This battered and heavy crate has been pried open at one corner, but its contents remain within. There's a painted hammer and anvil on the side, along the other side of the words Black Hammer Smithery. Now Aelith can level up.
Of course.
So yeah. Yeah. No, I'm enjoying this game a lot. It's really nice to play. I think what's helping as well is like I actually find that I understand games a bit better when I really sit down and just, you know, film. Westernwood. Okay, so that's another location we can go to. Towards the north. I do not want to deal with that again. Yeah, we're fleeing. But... Okay, fine. Let's go this way. We got the shipment. So all's well. Just want to check something real quick. Oh good, okay. So yeah. But no, it's a fun game. I enjoyed it a lot more. I'm enjoying a lot more doing a let's play of it than I was when I was doing a I was just playing it on my own. Yeah, it's nice that. So I'm appreciative of this. Oh, we need to level up Aelith and Endurance. So we'll use your law skill. Well, your mechanics. And now we've got a level. We could choose another spell, so we can have another level 2 spell at level 1. I'm gonna go because I think we can basically buy most of these spells. So I'm actually gonna buy a level. I'm actually gonna get a level 2. We can buy all of these basically. So I'm instead gonna just get a level 2 spell. Mirrored image. So you create numerous versions of yourself. Ray of Fire, Miasma of Dull-Mindedness, Combusting Wounds, Bulwark Against the Elements, Curse of Blackened Sight, Blinding an enemy. Blind for 26 seconds. Merciless Gaze. Necrotic Lance, what's the other one? Ghost Blades. There's a Necrotic Lance that we've already got. We can learn that. Some mirrored image. Bulk against enemies. I think I'm gonna buy that when it appears. Binding Web. Stuck. Stuck out as the routed, able to act, but unable to leave their current location. Building Spectacle. Confusing enemies. I do like confusion, I'm gonna go for that one. And then we could choose some other stuff as well, so Grimoire Slam, smash the enemy, large damage knocking the target back, Hardened Veil, strengthens the wizard's arcane veil, providing a particular high deflection bonus, 2 per rest. So an extra 25% deflection. Or blast. Generates a blast on the target when using wand for auto set, doing a modest amount of damage to all enemies in a yeah. So basically when I go pew with my wand, it actually does damage to all nearby enemies. So I'm gonna go for that one because that is really good. Wanding enemies to death is proving quite useful. So if I can do damage to other enemies nearby as well, that's pretty good.
Well,
Endurance. Let's improve your lore skill. And your mechanics. Let's have a look. Next first level spell. So you get, right, okay, so instead of getting an extra spell, I can get more uses, which would be pretty good. Aggrandizing Radiance. Everyone receives this hailing, but everyone gets a bonus to their things now. That's more my thing of anything. Condemns a priest's foes, dazing enemies in the area. Detection. Faithful McGran gain with a bonus to sword and arquebus. Yeah. Nuns with guns, indeed. Inspired flame, no. It doesn't use a sword anyway, so there's no point. Inspire radiance, I'm gonna go for... I mean, interdiction would be good. Dazed enemies. What does dazing them do? Reduces their accuracy by 10. No, I'm gonna go for the bonus level stuff, yeah. Get more spell users. So endurance.
what?
Use now. This spells 4 times,
Yes.
rather than just the usual 3. So that means I can cast 4 spells per rest. I'm getting a bit tired, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap this up as quickly as I can. We'll get off to bed.
Good day, stranger.
Hand over the crates. I found the ship you're waiting on. Tatano reaches out to take the crate, raising it effortlessly onto the counter. His face splits into a broad smile. Why, so you have. This is excellent news. We can use these to finally get back to work and show the real Black Hammer quality. These flimsy little swords. Gilded Vale Mage Positive. Oh, we've gained loads of experience. Nice. Here, I'll give you a taste. He takes me on the counter and rises with a heavy wooden shield in hand. While not finding much in the way of materials to work with, there's still Black Hammer craftsmanship. You go on and take that. Larder door. And here, some coffee tools too. Did you find anyone with the wagon? Bandits overtook the wagon, and any other people survived. Poor folks. I always told them they ought to hire some more guys instead of piling the extra coin. I'll have to hire on more hands. Don't suppose you want to settle in Gilded Vale, try some delivery work? It smiles thinly. Yeah, my thanks, and for your assistance. Give some time to work with the forge. Yeah, I feel pick of the next run of weapons. Now, I think there was actually something there that we could learn as well. So maybe it was apprentice involved, but I didn't seem to see that as an option. And hey, Haraf crashed upon the shield, reduces damage reduction, damage of enemies in the area. Not bad. But fell by the axe, not broken by the storm. Damage reductions. The thunder roll like waves in the Black Seas. Creates a thunderous explosion that stuns and shoves enemies of the area effect. Crush damage, okay. Thrice was you wrong and thrice thusly avenged. Justly avenged. Drains electrostatic energy from the environment to create 3 bolts of lightning, cause shock damage in their path. White worms rise on the bellies of the dead. Right in the bellies of the dead. So you cause a nearby downed enemy to explode, exploding 3 white enemies and crushing nearby enemies. Wow. Reduce damage reduction. Yeah, let's make enemies more vulnerable. Beloved Spirits improves the chance connection to the soul fragments they employ, increasing ancient memories' healing capability. Yeah, I'm just gonna go straight for that. Absolutely increase the healing ability. And if you want to see ladder door as well. That's what it looks like. 16 deflection when I say accuracy. Grants bash. Damage, so basically shield bash. Pretty nice. Yeah.
Hail, traveler.
So yeah, so his stuff is quite expensive, but it can be worth it. We don't really use war bows as such, so we can get rid of some of these. But no, let's have that back, because I think there's someone we're gonna come across who may want that. Try and make us a bit of money. Might be able to do some of those hides, I'm not sure. 1,000 gold. So we can't afford like some of the best stuff like Shiena's Lance, Hold Wall. Azureth's Stiletto. Some nice armor. Blending Belt, PS DR resistance, Cape of Withdrawal, Disengagement Defense bonus, that's probably pretty good. Bronze Horn figurine. Once per rest, summon Animat. Rope and grappling hook. I'll take those. Take your lockpicks, I'll take your camping supplies. And, yeah, just stuff that we can use. So, yeah.
Of course.
So, yeah, I think it was like, look, it could have been like one of the apprentices was involved in the shipment. Hello? Hold, sir, but a moment. I had a man awaits you on the road, clad in green cloak. He strides forward to meet you as you approach. At a closer distance, his features are revealed as those of a young man, with a line of weariness. He appears to be favouring his left leg as he walks. There's a dark stain upon the fabric of his trousers under the knee. Even so, he greets you with a polite bow. I imagine that Tower to know was very grateful for the return of his supplies. He is a good smith, a good man at that. Beholden to a cruel master, but a good man. Gilded Vale is full of such people. People who deserve better than to watch their home descend into fear and menace. says to you to look out over the village. I am to save them. I would ask for your help in doing so. Who are you? Only a man determined to see Gilded Vale restored to its former glory. It was a time stranger when Gilded Vale was worthy of its name. The wheat shone like gold on the hills. The village's people lived well. I don't know about the golden crops, but there were less flowers anyway. And what has become of it now? Whatever has caused the blight upon our lands, it is not the fault of its peoples. Roderick looks to punish us for crimes we have not committed, and he is blind to his own. I am not, and I will pay, and he will pay for what he has done. I, Kolsk, swear by the flame. Like many tyrants, he has surrounded himself with stronger men and women of fear of retribution. Man, smells thinly. And so you are warned. If you would press on despite that, however, I wonder if we might not help one another. What does he want me to do? Man nods, standing a little straighter. It is a grown task, I ask you, but I assure you, there is no other option. Lord Roderick must be stopped. Too long has Gilded Vale suffered under Roderick's madness. We to cure Widewind's legacy by ensuring there is none alive in the village to be afflicted. I fear his own wife, Igrid, may be at risk. That man has no mercy in him. We have not stood idle. My people and I breached the defences, intent on ending Roderick's rule ourselves. We entered through the sewers under the cover of night. We were routed. His face darkens. There are dark creatures down there in the dungeons. The work of Roderick's Animancer. It falls to you. Lord Roderick has called for further reinforcements, and soon there will be no stopping him. Time grows short, and this hour I must beg assistance where I can. He's going to owe us some more than some rubble-strewn plot of land after this. Fling him from the ramparts, or else cut his head from his shoulders. I care not. Once his throne lies empty, Gilded Vale will have the stewardship it deserves. I'll find Roderick and deal with him. And I commend you on your courage. Thank you for your assistance. But I would not send you onward without your warning. Roderick's hold is crawling with soldiers and sellswords, all loyal to Roderick. They will not take kindly to intruders. In truth, they will all be more alert for our failed efforts. A frontal assault will be unwise. If you would brave it, you could follow our steps and seek out the entrance to the sewers at the eastern edge to the moat. He looks away. But several of my men were captured. Maybe the entrance has been found and sealed anew. Those men were under my command. They'll be in doubt if you found some means of helping them. Once you get inside, seek out our old friend, Nedmar. He is the High Priest, Rathian. Like me. Now that the Shining God has fallen, a good man in difficult circumstances, he will listen to reason. Durrance chortles, nearly choking with his own disdain. The Shining God. He never shone so brightly as when the bomb took him. The moniker is obsolete now. Ash does not shine. It's like as if someone was to call you the attractive priest, Durrance. Edmar can help you reach Frederick, but he resides in the upper level of Roderick's hold, protected by guards and mercenaries. You have to keep out of the shadows if you mean to reach him. Excuse me, without allowing the entire keep. Sensing wasting resources if it is necessary. I'll keep your advice in mind. Spoken like tactician. Keep your wits about you, and I am sure you will prove the victor. You'll find Roderick's hold to the east, past the Erstonwood. I await your word of your success. So, that's where we're going to end it. But yes, I think we're going, our next mission is going to be raiding Roderick's. Lord Roderick, who has been exiling pregnant mothers and their children who are born with the curse of the Hollowborn. Children born without souls. Let's see if we can't help out. Because democracy is not an option.
Hey. Well?
Well, let's save the game here and we'll quit. Thank you ever so much for watching. Take care. I hope that the next part will be hopefully a bit more entertaining. But this one I think we're finally getting the hang of things and like appreciating how much you need more members of the team. Yeah, I'll end it there. Thanks ever so much for watching. Take care. Stephanie out.